Hey everyone, this is Haley,
And this is Pauline.
and this is the Sweet Podcast, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Sweet Magnolias. And this episode, we're talking about is our favorite character on the show, which is the lovely Helen.
Helen.
I love her. I get so giddy just saying her name. That's how you
Yeah.
can tell we love her so much, and we are her protectors. We just love her
Yeah.
so much. So we thought we'd take an episode to just talk about her story, what we love, what we like to see, what we don't love so much, if there even is anything. I don't even think there is that. But basically, just a whole episode of us freaking out over Helen. That's it. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Yep. Yeah. But I think it's a good plan. It's a good plan.
Because she embodies what the show is. She's just so wholesome and
Yeah.
amazing. And so we thought, why not just dedicate an entire episode to Helen, because we love her.
Yes.
Love her. All right.
So I think we can start with like the very first scene of the show. And I think it set up the personality of Helen. Like she's the rock of
Mhm.
the group. Like
Yep.
she is the protector of she's protecting Sue and Maddie, and like we see in the very first scene of the show, she is defending Maddie and her interest after her divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way she just care of Maddie, like take care of Maddie, and what right after Bill announced that he wants to sell a house. It's just, first of all, this is a moment I really fell in love with her character. Like, oh my god, you're so sweet.
We like you said, the fact that the show opens with Helen being her selfless and like rock, like that's how we were introduced to this character. So how can you not be like in love with her right away? And I think yeah, like you said, she is the rock. She keeps everyone grounded. She protects everyone. But you also know, we soon find out that's it kind of deters her, like what she wants. Like she
Mhm.
thinks about everybody else before herself, which is a great thing to do, but you can just tell she lost herself. Because you can just tell,
Mhm.
like when we find out, I forget, I think when she was talking to Annie, when she was just like, my mom was sick, that's why I came back, but I was like you, I just wanted to get out and just do my own thing. But then I came back and realized, like, this town and like your mom and Maddie means so much to me. And so that's why when you talked about that first scene, that's the first thing that popped in my mind. I was like, she literally gave up everything to be there for the people who she loves. And now I'm like, can she get that can she get something in return? That's all I want.
Yeah, she deserves her happy ending. This is like she deserves her happy ending so much. Like
Mm-hmm.
season two was, they treated her so bad.
So dirty. You treated it. I'm
Uh,
so, my blood boils just thinking about it. I get it. Like, you got to tear someone down to really build them back up. But we are so protective of Helen. I didn't like seeing the tear down. Like, stop doing that. It just, I get, it's like it. I'm trying to take a step back, because if I'm a writer, I get what they're doing. They're setting her up for the best possible future, but I don't like it. I don't like to witness it right now. It makes me very sad. Like, all Helen wants now, season one, she's again there for everyone. And at the end,
hmm,
she's starting to realize, like, okay, I want to start a family. Like, I've finally done everything I can for everybody else around me. It's time for me to take care of myself, which you can tell she's just always wanted a family. And and then it's like the Ryan of it all, and then the all of it. I can't even name all of them. It's just everything happened to her that just is like, that's not gonna happen
no,
for
no,
you.
not yet. Oh my
uh
god. What I love about her is that like you see like the strong woman who is the freaking girl boss, and then
mm-hmm.
like yeah, I love seeing her, like how she treats people always with the kind very with a kindness. Oh my god. Oh. It's a mess. I'm so
That's okay. That's okay. Uh,
okay.
but it makes sense though. Like she has this hard exterior because obviously she's a girl boss and it's amazing, and she doesn't take shit from everyone, which is something we should all apply to our lives. That's what I try to do. But she also, like you said, she has this like vulnerability and this delicate side to her, which I think is why I loved that scene when Helen's talking to Ty in season 2. I think that's why it's such a good scene, because she starts off strong and is kind of defending, like,
Mhm.
oh, what happened with Cece? Like she's doing these great things. Like what happened between the two of you? And then she's starting to realize like there's more going on with Ty, and she opens up and she tells him about the struggles with love. And you see her get
Mhm.
emotional because she's thinking about obviously the Ryans and the Erics and all of it. And so it's just great. Like that's why I love that scene, because it perfectly encapsulates who Helen is. That's such a good scene. I hope they pair those two together. I know we already talked about that, but I'm like, please pair them together again. It was so cute. I want Helen to be like Ty's emotional support, kind of like how she was a little bit to Annie in season 1. I was
Mhm.
like, I want to see more of that with Ty. But it's like that's what she does. She will be there and she has all the best advice, and she's just amazing. And she cares so, like you said, she cares so much about everybody.
Yeah. She's the best auntie in the world.
Best auntie. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. From what we saw, she from the behind the scenes of season 3, it looks like she's gonna have a scene with Annie a lot,
Mhm.
and maybe
Yay.
with maybe with Ty. So she I think she'd be like the Cupid for them to
Yeah.
get together.
Just push them, because we know Heather is a tiny Annie shipper, which I'm sure Helen is too when she knows. I think Helen kind of is like, based on that conversation with Ty, she's sort of getting it, but not really. Like she's like, oh, something's going on. Like it's clearly not about Cece, but something's going on here. I would love to see her
Yeah.
just slowly like pushing them together. That would be amazing.
That would be so cool.
I just love her. God, it's not
But
weird to say that. It's like 17, like take a shot if you every time we say I love her. Actually, don't, because you'll probably die of alcohol poisoning. But we just we love her so much.
yeah. Oh my god.
And your next point is perfect, because like we said, she deserves her own happiness now. Like she's taking care of everybody else. It's That's why I'm really hoping season 3 it's focusing on her taking charge. Like in my mind, she's dumped Ryan and said, peace out by episode 2 at the latest. Maybe 3, I could see it lingering, like her really thinking about it, but being like, bye, no, I don't need you. Sorry. And then seeing her go through her, like, I don't need a man. I'm going to have a family by myself if I need to. And then in the same time, Eric's dealing with his own stuff. So then by the time the end of season 3, happens, Helen's still pursuing becoming a mother, but Eric wants to be a part of it. Like I think that would be the best way to do it. So it's not like she's relying on these men to do what she wants, but instead she has like
Yeah.
Eric as a support system, if that makes sense. That's how I would do it. I would be like, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. But I fear Ryan is going to be around more
I
because we saw
know.
like in the pic like they are together.
He's
Because
I
I'm
know.
referencing to um a post that Ether posted with the whole cast. Dion is not there, but the actor with Ryan is there. And it's for episode 3 or 4. So
Let's hope it's
I fear
3.
it will be around.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like I get she has this connection. It was like her first high school love. Like you're never gonna, it's like what she said, it's her first love. And I think with that conversation, I know I keep coming back to it, but I think that conversation between her and Ty is going to lead to a lot of things for the both of them. Because Helen was saying, like, maybe you can go back to the first. I'm just worried Helen's going to go through all of that all over again, because it was very clear Ryan does not want kids. And I'm hoping, we know Helen is a very intelligent woman. If this guy literally left you and said, I don't want kids, and then all of a sudden is like, I do want kids, that should be like a red flag. Because I'm not saying everyone knows what they want in life, at a certain point, but he was so adamant about never having children. It's just weird to me that, like, something switched so quickly. So all I'm saying is I'm hoping Helen has her guards up and is noticing that as a red flag, and is not like, oh, you're back, you made up your mind now, great. Like especially when Eric is there, like, hello, like, that's the part I'm like, no, no, thanks.
Yeah. I think she's a smart woman, and she will not say yes or even no
Yeah.
directly to Ryan. I think she'll be like, I need to think about it because I'm kind of involved with someone else.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I think that too.
yeah.
I think she'll, like, because it was pretty much a cliffhanger where he asked her and she's like, so I think it'll open probably at that same scene, or
Mhm.
like her with the three magnolias being like, what happened? And she's like, I just told him I need time to think, and then that's going to last an entire episode, and then the next episode is going
Yeah.
to be a lot of them tiptoeing around each other, and then the next
Yeah.
episode is her telling him officially, like, it means a lot that you did this, but I don't, like, this is not what I want in my life, like, but we can give it a go again. Like, I could see her doing that, being like, I want to just see how this goes, like, let's try again, but not saying yes to being married. But I could see her maybe doing that, and then that's where she really sees those red flags again, is like, no, like, this is, we are on two different paths in the
Yeah.
opposite direction, like, I don't think this is work. That's
Yeah.
the only reason I can maybe think he could be there for like 3 or 4 episodes, like how they could
Mhm.
stretch it out. But
Yeah.
girl, we know that episode 1 she should be like, mm-mm,
Yeah.
no thank
I
you.
imagine the whole, like, the scene, like, we do not, like, season 3 episode 1 start with Helen arriving to the police station, and like
Oh yeah,
Maddie
yeah,
being freak out and Dana Sue being freak out too. He's like,
yeah.
Where are you? Where are you? Like, we called you." Like, Ryan just proposed to me, and like, what?
That would
Just,
be, oh my god, that'd be so good. Because imagine the chaos. So when Helen shows up, they're all just freaking out with each other, like, what is happening? And then flash to like a margarita night, and then they're like really getting down to it. That would be so funny. Being like, where are you? I just got proposed to. What? So good. I know
yeah.
I think we talked about this, but I just want to reiterate. I hope there's more like Sweet Magnolias moments, like margarita nights,
Mhm.
because season 1 had so many and season 2 had barely any, if I remember correctly, like not a lot.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just want more of the 3 of them because they're so
Yeah.
funny together. I really hope we get more of the
I'm
3 of
trying
them
to
together.
remember because, again, I didn't
We
really rewatch season 2,
I
but
mean, guilty, me neither.
the only one I remember is the one from episode 1 who
Mhm.
finished very badly because Dani Sue is like making a little crisis, and
Yeah.
that's legitimate, but she's like, she left,
Yeah.
so it actually did not end well. So I don't know. I
I'm
don't
just thinking because,
remember.
like, the show is called Sweet Magnolias, and in season 1, there was probably a margarita night, excuse me, every episode or every other episode. Like, there was so many
Yeah.
in that season. And I was thinking about, that's what I was just thinking about it when we were talking about their friendship. I was like, wait a minute, like, we haven't even heard or seen that in so long. So I just hope we see more of that, because one, I think that brings out the really funny Helen which I love. Like she's so hilarious. And I think when she has a margarita in her hand, it brings it out even more. So it's like, I'm just selfish because I just want to hear the stuff. Like between her and Dana Sue, they have such a funny banter between the two of them, and it makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
I think that's why I love season 1 so much too, because the two of them crack me up.
Mhm.
So I just hope we get more of like their bonding, and especially Helen and Dana Sue. I think they're so funny together.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
yeah. Speaking of season 3, your next bullet point is something we want to see.
It's Helen running for mayor. I want
Imagine
to.
her owning the town, just literally being like a boss ass bitch of all of Serenity. That would be amazing.
Yeah. And actually, that would really fit into her story. She is like she's the rock of her friend group. She's also kind of a rock for the whole city because people are going to her every time.
Mhm.
It's either her or Pastor June, but
Yep. Yep.
uh, like people really rely on her. So
I think like
I would like to
it's,
see her come
yeah,
here.
I think you're spot on where it's like people, she's protected this town for so long. So if anyone's going to trust anyone to run their
Mhm.
town, it's going to be Helen. And let's be honest, I think I have a feeling people will also want the Lewis family out of there. And so
Yeah.
in some capacity, I don't know what that means, but I could see that being like, besides Helen's obviously romance and family drama going on, I would love to see her
Mhm.
uh and the Sweet Magnolias butting heads with Mary Vaughn about like running. I
Yeah.
think that would be so funny because she's going to be campaigning for her husband and getting her whole family involved and becoming
Yeah.
just the annoying but lovable Mary Vaughn. Like we've talked about this. You guys know we love Mary Vaughn, but she's so good at like making you hate her. And so I think it would be
Yeah.
so, I just want to see Mary Vaughn and Helen continue to butt heads. And I think doing like Helen running for mayor is a great way to do that. Plus, like you said, I think it moves Helen into the right direction because I think, it's going to be, it's a demanding job, but it's less stressful, I think, than being the main lawyer in an entire town. So I
Mm.
feel like it'll also go hand in hand with like work-life balance and starting a family and things like that. But I know being a mayor is still a big thing, but I think it's a mayor of a small town. Like it's not the mayor of like, Chicago. Like it's different. So I think,
Yeah.
like you said, it would fit perfectly in like her trajectory that we think is happening. Again, we don't know anything. We are speculating, but they kind of set it up perfectly for something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been hinting it in season 2, like when Cece said, "Oh yeah, like I don't have the English words, sorry," but she's telling her that she has a qualification to be a
Mhm.
mayor. So I think this is actually what's gonna happen in season 3.
I think that's going to
I
be her
really hope.
main. I think so too. They said like they wouldn't just drop that for no reason.
Mhm.
At least I don't think so. Because that's a big thing being like, hey, did you ever think about this? Like your qualifications would make you perfect for this. It's like there's a reason Cece said that basically. And I really think, because Helen's whole storyline can't just be about men. Like
Yeah,
it's fun to watch, but like she's a career driven woman. She's got to have something she needs to excel at in that area. And I think this, like you said, would make the perfect segue into, you know, less demanding,
mhm,
being there more for the community while having more time to focus on herself. And I'm like, it's perfect. And taking the Lewises out of office, like it's cherry on top. Like it's perfect. like
yep,
I hope we see that. I would love an episode where it's centered around Helen campaigning and it's really pissing Mary Vaughn off. Like I just want to see them like at each other's throats like during a campaign week or something. I just maybe it's a like I know there was a behind the scenes picture where they were filming something obviously and it was Joanna's birthday, which is, and
I
in the
see.
back there was like a big stage. I thought if it's not
Mhm.
anything related to Ty, I thought, what if it's like a campaign, like them making their speeches for mayor?
That could be.
Because I'm like, maybe, because we thought the stage either could be obviously like maybe it's something musically related because we know that's going to be a
Mm.
big part of Ty, or I shouldn't say we know. We very much think it's going to be a big part of Ty's story in season 3, but it could also be something about the campaigning between Helen
Yeah,
and Mary Vaughn's husband. So
that could be
maybe
both at the same time. That could be.
true. Get two of the things we want. That would be lovely.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah, we
didn't
think.
write it. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just
I
gonna
didn't
sum it
write
up.
it.
Go for it.
Yeah, but I didn't write it, but I want to see more, and I'm kind of sad because I didn't see Harlan on set. But I want to see more of Cece and Helen because I love their bonding together.
I know.
And
I'm so sad
please,
because it's like you guys would laugh if you saw Pauline and my like messages to each other, because we're just like, where's Harlem? Where's Sam? Like, where are they? Because they're the two characters we have like a love for, obviously Cece, and a not so love for Jackson. And we're just so curious because I know it's been more tight-lipped this season for behind the scenes, but we've at least seen everybody except those two. And for some reason, we have not seen Bill. I think those are the only 3 people we have
yeah,
not
that's true.
seen. But everyone else we
Yeah,
have. So I'm just like,
w-
where are they?
with 4 people because I
Who
didn't see
else?
Simone too. I don't think Simone was on set.
Oh,
So
maybe not. Maybe
Simone,
not.
Sam,
Yeah,
Chris
maybe not.
Klein, and Helen were in there. But I want to see Helen so bad. Please.
I and I know this is an
I want
episode
so
about
bad.
Helen, but we also, Cece was a big part of Helen's story in season 2 as well. And we've talked about this in I think our Tiny Annie and our season 3 prediction episode.
Mhm.
We never in a million years thought we would be Cece stans, but now we are. Like, we just love her. Like,
Yeah.
and the thing is, I want to see more, like you were saying, the bonding between Helen and Cece, because I'm assuming Cece this season she will be a senior and making those decisions about like college and what she wants to do. And it would have been so great to see Helen take her under her wing even more and really be there for like helping her with college prep and all these things that we know her parents are probably not going to do. So that's why we're like looking for like, please let her be there. Please let her be there. And I haven't seen her. Maybe she is, and maybe they're all just incognito. Who knows? But there's as of right now, unless you see anything, let us know. But there's been no sign of them, which is sad because I want more Helen and Cece. They were so good.
I want to see Cece helping Helen with the whole mayor
That
campaign
would be
because I think she would
amazing.
be the boss lady.
She would be so cutthroat, but like in the best way possible. Like she, she's younger, so she understands like the younger demographic, like the 18 plus who are
Mhm.
voting, which I doubt
Mhm.
the Lewis family thinks about at all. And so I'm like, that would have been so fun to be like, hey, Helen, you really need to be on social media. You really need to be
Yeah.
hosting things like that. And it would have been so funny to see them like together in
Yeah.
that banter. Please, please let CC be there. I still just laugh because who in a million years thought we would ever be begging the writers to keep CC in?
Never. I
But
never thought I would love you that much. And I would love to see her like in season 3. But please, please, please.
please,
I know it's a Helen episode, but please bring back Cece.
if you take Jackson's screen time, give it to her, please. I'm salty. I'm sorry. Um. Oh, and that kind of hints we were talking about the writers. Your next point was like, can the writers just give Helen a break? Yeah, like we just want to see Helen happy
Yeah.
and thriving and just not giving 2 shits about anybody, because she has gone through more hell
Mhm.
in 2 seasons than any character probably ever should. So I'm really hoping that season 3 is where she's just like takes no shit from anyone, is doing everything that she wants, and oh, I just want to see her thriving is what I'm trying to say. I just want to see her owning everything.
I think she gave enough in 2 seasons in like when it comes to pain. I think she gave enough of herself and
Mhm.
she deserved her happy ending and just like be happy and just like with her friends and her new family. Please give her a break. She deserves it. If there is one character who deserves a break on that show,
Uh-huh.
it's her. Give her her family. Give her what she deserves. This is all I have to say.
Give her her baby and give her her man. She deserves it. Like
Yeah.
like I just hope we see Eric work through the stuff he obviously needs to work through, because we know he's going to be that perfect partner for her. And
Mhm.
in the meantime, while he's dealing with this stuff, please give her the story of becoming a mother. I want to see that. I know I will bawl on screen when I see that come to fruition. I want to see it so bad, whether it's like a surrogacy or she carries or whatever. I just want to see Helen with that baby. Oh, I will literally die when I see that. But I just think of she's gonna be so happy, and that's all I want to see. It's just Helen
Yeah.
thriving.
I don't I was thinking about something. I don't know if that would fit or not in the story, but not her having a baby, but maybe like a teenager who doesn't have a
Mm,
parents and she's like, you know what? You're going home with me and I'm going to take care of her
mm-hmm,
of you. And I don't know, like having maybe some trouble with her or him.
mm-hmm.
And by the end they are like super close and like at the end of season she officially adopts them. That would be so cool. That would be so
You
cool.
know, it would be amazing if, yeah, she decides, you know what, there's so many kids out there that just don't have a home.
Mhm,
So I'm, at least as I start to build my family, I'm gonna start with fostering or adopting or whatever. That makes sense to me. Yeah, say I could see them being in like, the like 8 to like Kyle's age. Like I could see it being somewhere in
mhm,
that. I know that's a large group, but I could see it being somewhere in there. And then what
mhm,
if her and Helen Helen, that's her. Helen and
mhm,
Eric get together by like say episode 6. What if in the
mhm,
finale she finds out she's pregnant again? Um, and then so then she's pregnant with a foster child. So it'd be like 2 babies at once, basically. Like, for next season, if we get a next season. And then I just think it'd be so what a cliffhanger it would be if, because we've already agreed that we think Maddie and Cal will be engaged, and then Maddie's gonna find out she is pregnant. I think so. And then
It
what
would
if
be
they're like, I'm pregnant, and Helen's like, me too. I would I think that would be so cool. And then that just cuts to black. And everyone's like, what?
oh god.
I think that would be
Oh
so
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah. I'm so here for it.
Because what if it's the whole thing of like, she was obviously trying and she unfortunately had the miscarriage. What if she's not even
Mhm,
trying? And it was
mhm.
just like meant to
Oh yeah.
be. And that's so like she is at the like maybe something happens and she's at the doctor's office and she's like, oh, and
Mhm.
congratulations. And she's like, why? It's like, you're pregnant. Helen's like, what? Like, oh my God. I just think that'd be so funny just seeing the reaction between like if Maddie and Helen were both pregnant and they're just like, wait, you're pregnant? Because I'm pregnant. Wait. Like, I think that'd be so funny. And that'd be a hilarious, like, or at least part of the cliffhanger at the end of the season
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah, that would be so great. And I imagine Dennis's face being like,
And she's just like, what?
"What?" That would be so perfect.
Oh,
Again, we should be writers for that show.
hey, again, if you guys are listening, if you need apprentices, we're here. We've got a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Um, oh, and your last note, yeah, she's the strongest character on the show, 100%. And that's why I think, I'm guessing that's why the writers gave her all of this really heavy material and like all this
Mhm.
stuff to deal with, because they know she can, like, her character can handle it and it'll make her even stronger.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make me like love it, but I get it. But like if say they gave the amount of sheer drama that Helen received to like um I know Dana Sue and Maddie are strong, but like that heaviness, that would have been a lot for them. So I think Helen was the right person to have to deal with such, I think of the miscarriage. Like that is a horrible thing that a lot of people go through. So I think it's important to show it because it's a part of life. But I'm glad that I'm not happy it happened to Helen, but I'm glad it happened to someone like that where she's strong enough to handle it. Because I don't know if I could take it happening to someone who was not as strong. Like it would just be a lot worse than it was.
Mhm.
But
I
just
have
want her
nothing more to
happy.
say. Me too. I have nothing
Yeah.
more to say. I think you said everything. Yeah, just can she be happy? Like, this is an official message for the writers. Uh, can she be happy in season 3? That's all we want.
Please and thank you, that and Ty and Annie, and we will be very, very, very happy. Thank you so much. Hugs and kisses, Pauline and Haley. Like that, like
Why not?
no, but it's just we wanted to take this time to just talk about a character that means so much to Pauline and myself. Like we
Mm,
just, you know, we all know season 2 wasn't the strongest as far as like what we loved about the show. We're not saying it was bad, but it just didn't encapsulate what we love.
mhm.
But everything we've seen so far in season 3 is feeling very much more promising. So we're feeling good about it. But even in a season that felt kind of weak, I guess you could say, Helen was one of the standouts. So like even she just shines through, even if it was not the best season. But for her, I had no complaints because
No.
I know she went through a lot, but you can tell it was meaningful and it was done for a reason. But you can't really say that about all the characters in season 2. But like we said, season 3 looks like it's fixing a lot of those problems, which is great. But yeah,
Promising.
I mean, we'll see. Who knows? The trailer will be telling. We'll have a lot to say when that happens. But
Yeah, and maybe we'll be clowns. Not the first time, not the last time, but for now, I have my hopes up.
Mhm.
Probably shouldn't, but I have my hopes up.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound like a Debbie Downer, but I'm going in very low right now until I see that trailer. I think that trailer will tell me what I need to know as far as
Yeah.
like where to set my expectations. Because that's exactly what happened last time, and I should have listened to my gut and I didn't. So now I'm just hyper aware of it, is all I'm trying to say. But I guess what we're trying to say is we are Helen's #1 fans, and even with a not so strong season 2, she was not part of the weakness. I guess we're trying to say anything Helen does, it's like it's so entertaining and it's thoughtful and it means something. And so I think we just love her so, so much. And I just hope, please let the woman be happy, let her thrive, get the Lewises out of office. Like,
Yeah.
please and thank you.
Yeah. I think she's the only character who stayed in my top 3 during the 2 season. She wasn't first in the first season. It was
Mhm.
a certain character who disappoints us a lot in season 2. But yeah,
Yes.
she and Ty in season 2, like we said multiple times, they were just a standout. She,
Mhm.
Ty, and Maddie, because never forget. I'm gonna not forget Maddie.
I was gonna say I think we're on the same page because for me, season 1, in no order, because I don't know the order on the top of my head. I have to really think
It
about it.
changed every time, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna.
But my top 3 for season 1 were absolutely Helen, or actual, yeah, Helen, um, Annie, and Maddie. Those are my 3 favorites season 1. And season 2, it was Helen, Ty, and I would say
And
like a tie between like Maddie and Cece, which I know
yeah,
is weird, but I'm
yeah,
like, but like you said, Helen is the one character that was always consistent for me as like I feel comfortable to say she is my all-time favorite character in the show. Right now, which is like Helen, and then a really close second for me is Ty because of
yeah.
how strong he was in season 2. Like I'm just very much connected to that character now. But it's like they're here, but Helen is still like She owns my
Yeah.
heart. She
At
owns my
at
heart.
first she wasn't even in my top three, but when I rewatched it, I was like, no, yeah, she's in my top three.
I think it's just like, yeah, I felt the same because when I first watched it, like the first time, it was like I loved Maddie and I actually really loved Dana Sue, which I still love her, but it's like after multiple viewings and I really sat down and like watched it, I was like, oh, Helen, like yeah, I love her a lot. Very much
Yeah,
so.
it's very consistent, and I believe she's still going to be in my top three in season three.
Oh, I can guarantee you she'll be my yeah. I think she'll at least be two because I have a
Yeah.
feeling this is going to be a very uh Dana Sue heavy series
Mhm.
or season, which is great because we've talked about it. We want to see a lot of what happened between her and Ronnie and how like their family stuff, which is great. But I have a feeling, yeah, she is not gonna fall out of the top three. There's just no way.
Unless she's choosing Ryan and she's like, yeah, let's get married. This time, I think she will go down in.
That's a great call out because we will want to like jump in our screens and just shake her because no, Helen, no, like please,
Don't do
no.
that.
I have a feeling we're going to be yelling at our TV screens a lot in the first half of season 3, just being like,
Yep.
red flag, hello, this is the dude that
Please
left
don't do
you.
this.
Like, stop. I have a feeling we're going to be doing that quite a bit in like the first like 3 or 4 episodes, but I have faith that the Helen we know and love is going to come to terms and be like, yeah, no, you did this once and you left me one time. Who says you're never going to do that again? Like, and you left for the reason that, or you left because of something that I'm still pursuing to this day. So why would you not leave again? I don't know. So I'm hoping they explore that because Helen is too smart for that. But
Yeah,
like you said, if they go down the Ryan road, she might fall out of my top 3, which makes me sad. I don't want to think about it. That
she's
makes me
going to pull
so
an Annie.
mad.
If she's pulling an Annie, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm hoping Helen is a part of Annie's redemption arc too,
Yeah, me
because
too.
like, which we've talked about, which that putting Annie and redemption arc together feels weird, but for those who've watched season 2, you understand what we're talking about. It's just out of character for her, you know, rude to her friends and family, all because of a bully that she's considering a love interest. Ugh. So I'm hoping Helen, you know, becomes the stern voice that she needs to hear because
Yeah.
obviously Dana Sue is dealing with a lot of stuff
Mhm.
and I don't think she's understanding fully like what Annie's going through, but I have a feeling Helen will be that person.
Yeah.
I would love to see her be like, girl, like, something's fishy about this guy. Are you sure? Like, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
I think she'll be like, she'll have scene with Annie and she'll be like, I think you should talk to Ty more deeply because I believe he has things to tell you. Um
Could you imagine?
but I think she'll be maybe the breaking point for Annie to maybe be like, okay, I I need to talk to him at least to see what's there. But I
Oh,
think I'm 100% sure she's a huge Annie fan. Like
oh,
Helen
absolutely.
is like it's her niece. And I'm sorry, I don't have
Nephew, right?
nephew, sorry.
No,
It's
it's fine.
like
Of course, she's gonna want them together. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Don't you think like she since they are born she's somehow shipping them? She's like, oh, they're so cute together.
okay, imagine you just made me think of something. What if I know we talked about one of our dream scenes was like, I think this is gonna happen early on, like episode 1 or 2. Annie's gonna find out who that blonde woman is, and we're gonna find out it's the woman that Ronnie cheated on Dana Sue with. And Annie's gonna flip shit. Like she's gonna freak out and she runs. Like she's gonna leave the house and just need a second. And she's gonna call Ty because in her mind, she's like, he knows what it feels like to have a parent cheat. And I need someone to talk to. And I think that's going to be a big moment, and things are going to get super awkward, but like in the best way possible. And then I could see after that, Annie and Jackson having a lot of issues, like Jackson finding out what's going on, finding out she went to Ty, him not being cool with that. Anyway, the reason I'm saying this is there's going to be some issues there. Annie's going to go to Helen, and then we see a scene very similar to what we saw between Helen and Ty, between Helen and Annie, where she's kind of like hinting at these things. And like you said, that's where she's like, Ty is you've known Ty your entire life. He loves you, and you can rely on him. Just talk to him. Like, he's going to be there for you unconditionally. Something so like and I think Annie, she's going to hear unconditionally love Ty, and her mind is going to start spiraling. But I would love Helen to be the catapult that sends her that way. But I guess I just think that would be so fun to see it kind of roll out that way, and see Helen be that anchor for both Ty and Annie. And then what if the season ends with, how do I explain this? Ty and Annie finally have a kiss, which we know it's gonna happen. It has to happen. And I think it would be so hilarious if the moms are like they're watching and they see it happen, and Helen's like, yeah, like I did that. Like I did that. I think that would be so funny, where she's just
I want to see that now. We love Tanny so much. Every time we can relate him.
But it's just, I think it's just because the Helen and Ty scene was so good. I just want to see Annie get that support too, because that girl needs some fixing this season. I just think that'll be so funny. But to your point, yeah, we are huge Tiny Annie shippers, but I think that'll be such a funny way to wrap it up with a bow, like at the end of the season, to be like,
but
come
I
first,
really see it being like, oh, finally.
Like, I did that. I would laugh because I'll pay money to see that.
Yeah.
See, this is why I need to stop doing this, because then I'm gonna get my hopes up, and then I get in there and it's just like, oh, nothing like that. So if there's any fanfic writers out there that want to handle that, please do. But overall, I'm just saying, I think Helen is such a rock for those kids, and I would love to see her be there for Annie like she was Ty.
I want to see her with Kyle too.
Poor Kyle.
Poor Kyle. We talk about him a lot, but I want to see her being, because like season 1 she was there for Henny, season 2 she's like she's there for Ty, but I want to see her a little bit with Kyle, for him to know that he also have that rock he can reach to when things are getting hard.
That would be great, because you can tell, I know Kyle's kind of dealt with his feeling of what is the word I'm thinking of? Like invisibility. Like he just feels like he's just not seen. And like you said, I think that would be great. Like, what if they get partnered on something, or Kyle has to community service because of the car accident, and he does it with Helen. I think like maybe if Cece can't be there, he does it just working with Helen, and him and Helen grow even closer. And Helen, at the end of the season is like, there's so many people that love you. I'm here for you. I think that would be so cute to have like another, parental figure that, because there's things you can't talk to your parents about. I know your parents say, oh, sorry, you can tell me anything, but like when you're a teenager, no, you can't. Like there's things that you just don't feel comfortable. And I would love to have someone like Helen, where I was just like, I know that, she cares about me, and that she will respect me. And that if I don't want to tell my parents something, but it's not something that's going to harm anyone, it's just how I'm feeling in the moment, Helen will respect that. Like, I think that'll be so cute to watch, like between the two of them too.
She's a safe place for those kids. And
I want Helen in my life. I want a Helen.
Who wouldn't want her in her life? Like,
I know. So I'm like, that's why she's got 2 guys fighting over too. Like, hey, I get it. I can't blame her, because like I'd be in there too. Be like, hey,
can you fight? I can.
But yeah, I think, we just want to see Helen being happy, more with her and the Sweet Magnolias, being there for her, I guess, godchildren. I don't know what they technically are, the kids,
I
the Townsends.
maybe she's the godmother for Annie, but I don't know for
That's what I'm
Helen.
guessing.
Mhm,
Maybe, I don't know. But I want to see a lot of that. And then I just want to see her kicking ass in her career and figuring out her love life and her family. Is that too
mhm.
much to ask? It's a lot. But that's what I want to see. I just want to see more of her, and less of the Bill and Noreen stuff. Can we just
Yeah.
I
Also, we
just I
didn't
just
talk
want more of
about
the
it.
core three.
We didn't talk about it, but I want to see her more singing. Like, I want to see her sing more.
What if there's a cute, like, she sings with Ty? I was like, that would be so cute, like
We
a
talk
cute
about
duet.
we talk about it. I don't know if we talk about it in our season
I
3,
I don't think we did.
but like I would have to see her and Ty
Mhm.
singing together. That would be so freaking cute.
I would love it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that would be so
Again,
cute.
we just love Helen. If you can't tell, we are her number one fans, and we just want her to be happy and thriving and loving life, and that's all. Pretty much.
I think we said everything we had to say about Helen. We could talk about her for hours,
Hours.
but for
Mhm.
your own sanity and for ours, we will not.
We'll wrap it up a little here, but let us know what your favorite thing about Helen is, or what you want to see in season 3. I'm very curious because maybe there's some ideas that I'm sure there's ideas we have not thought of.
Mhm.
So yeah, let us know what you love about Helen or what you want to see happen for her in the future. But yeah, I think that's it. So
Yeah.
all right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.